This is the first video which we are making for admission of a partner. This is the fifth chapter in our book and it's a very important chapter, and in this video we will introduce the chapter. We will discuss about the definition of reconstitution of partnership firm, meaning of reconstitution of partnership firm. In the previous chapter also we have discussed the same thing. So many of you may be remembering that, but still before starting the new chapter we will revise the topic. So reconstitution of partnership firm refers to any change in the existing agreement between the partners. Okay, so any change in partnership agreement gives rise to change in the relationship among partners. It is called reconstitution of partnership firm. Now see, whenever there is a reconstitution, the old agreement will come to an end and a new agreement will come into existence. The relation between the partners will change, but the firm will continue. Its relation with outsiders will not change. Now, circumstances when reconstitution of a partnership firm takes place. We have discussed all these points, but we are revising it again. The first one, on change in the profit sharing ratio of existing partners. On admission of a partner. On retirement of an existing partner. On death of a partner. And fifth, on amalgamation of two or more partnership firms. Admission of a partner. Now see, sometimes a new partner is admitted. Now what is the reason why he is admitted? It may be because the firm requires more funds. The firm requires a person who can manage some of the activities of business more efficiently, or the goodwill of that person may be very good in the market. Okay, so first point, when more capital is needed for expansion, so a new partner will bring in more capital. When a competent and experienced person is required so that he can efficiently manage the business. To increase the goodwill of the business, because certain persons have a very good reputation in the market, and if they are joining the firm's reputation also increases. And sometimes a employee is taken in as a partner so as to motivate him, okay, to encourage capable workers. So the admission of a partner will lead to the reconstitution of firm. Okay, the old agreement will come to an end and a new agreement will come into existence. Now what will be the rights of a new partner? First, he will get the right over the assets, and second, he will be able to share the profits in future. Okay, so here it's written the other way. First, right to share future profits of the firm. Second, right to share in the assets of the firm. Now in the same manner, the liability of the new partner will also increase. So the new partner will become liable for any liability of the business incurred after his admission. So the new partner receives his share of future profits from the existing partners. Existing partners are sacrificing their share, okay, in profits towards the new partner. That means the new partner is gaining his share from the old partners. So the gaining partner will compensate the sacrificing partner, or we can say the new partner will compensate the old partners for their sacrifice. So that amount will be known as goodwill or premium for goodwill. The amount of compensation is decided on the basis of the value of firm's goodwill. And the new partner will introduce capital also so that he gets rights over the assets of the firm. Following adjustments are needed at the time of admission of a new partner. These adjustments are same as adjustments which were required at the time of change in profit sharing ratio of existing partners. That means in the previous chapter also we have studied all these adjustments. In the same order we will discuss that in this chapter also. First, calculation of new profit sharing ratio, sacrificing ratio or gaining ratio. Second, accounting treatment of goodwill. Third, accounting treatment of reserves and accumulated profits. The reasons are the same, okay? We will, but still we will be discussing all these points again. Fourth, revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Fifth, adjustment of capital. Once we record all these adjustments in the books, we will prepare the revised balance sheet of the new reconstituted firm. The first adjustments, calculation of new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio. Now there are various cases. Today in this short video we will discuss the first case, okay, where the old partners are sacrificing towards the new partner in the old ratio. So there are two partners, A and B, who were sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2, and now they admit C for 1/6 share. Okay. So let the firm's total share be 1. As we take 100, no, here we can take it as 1 also. Now from this 1 we will deduct the new partner's share. So 1 minus 1/6. So that will give us 5/6. The remaining share for A and B is 5/6. Now this 5/6 will be shared by A and B in the old ratio, that is 3:2. So we will find out the product. A's share 5/6 is the remaining share, okay, and from this 5/6 A will get 3/5 of that, okay. So 3/5 of 5/6 is 15/30. So A's new share is 15/30. We can simplify that also. We can write it as 1/2 also, but it's better we wait till the end to simplify these fractions, okay. So B's share will be, his old share was 2/5, so 2/5 of the remaining share 5/6. So 5/6 multiplied by 2/5, it's 10/30. This can we can simplify also, but the denominators of all the partners share should be same, so that we can compare that. In case of C, it is 1/6. So in the first two partner share, it is 15/30, 10/30. So in case of C also, we will make the denominator 30. So to make it 30, we will multiply the denominator and numerator by 5. We will get 5/30. So the new profit sharing ratio, we can write it as 15:10:5 or 3:2:1. Now a similar question I am giving. You all try to solve it, okay.